I don't know if I'd be a teacher, but I would definitely work in like education. They don't get paid nothing, and the teachers never afraid to admit that. They always say it.
They don't have no respect.
But then again, like every teacher don't get paid the same thing. Like it depends how many years you've been teaching. So some teachers actually do get paid really well.
Mm-hmm. If you teach we get paid 10% less than the rest of the state. So if you're an assistant professor, it's $50,000 a year. If you're an associate professor, it's like $64,000 a year. And if you become full professor, every 4 years you can go up for the next level. And I'm going up for 4 right now. It could be over 70. I think that's good. I also work other jobs too because I have a family of 6.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I know I had this one teacher. He was an older guy. He got paid good money.
Like 6 figures.
Like yes, like he's been teaching since he was really young. And he was
at older. Central?
Mm-mm, at my high school.
Oh yeah, so in a public high school in Ohio, Indianapolis. So public schools get paid very well. That's a hard job to keep too. Just because it's a hard job, you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, because my teacher, I had a teacher in physiology. He was really old, but he taught us really well. Yeah. And he was a houses and stuff. He had a boat. He had a yacht. He told us he was going.
Like every teacher ain't suffering.
Mm-hmm. You know, he pulled out his phone, texted me, and told me, y'all don't got this shit. All that money out the war.
All right. In the meantime, this is what I had to bring for.
They are thick with the aroma of fermenting garbage. In this video, we are doing more than just cooking. We are recreating the exact process of making sauerkraut as it was done centuries ago. Imagine stepping into an 18th century German kitchen. They are thick with the aroma of fermenting garbage. In this video, we are doing more than just cooking. We are recreating the exact process of making sauerkraut as it was done centuries ago. Join us on a captivity journey through historical food improvisation, uncovering techniques and traditions that shape the diets of our ancestors. And
if anybody comes in late, they have to watch that.
Rebuilt a kitchen in the 18th century from our ancestors in Germany to rediscover the taste of the 18th century. And today we make sauerkraut, but not one sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is a typical food in the 18th century for the Germans, also a long time before. But it is different from region to region. And there are, I don't know how many different recipes exist. I have decided to make 3 different in this video and show you the recipe. They are very close together, but the taste is every time a little bit different. That I can make region typically food with the sauerkraut later. Because in Germany we are like many people, and in every region is really a different culture with the language, how the people think, how the people speak, but also what the people eat, especially in the 18th century. And for this, I have decided to go to like the area close to the Rhine River, like Hesse, the Pfalz. This is an area where I'm growing up. Then I have a recipe from the south of Germany, and I have a recipe. It came from Saxony, the old kingdom Saxon. It's also completely different, like the other both recipes, and we will discover the taste, and I will cook with this later meals.
We can all bug her at Karen's door like, come on.
It's specific.
Okay.
So it is cold. I don't get cold, so I wear these.
You don't get cold?
Never.
And
I sleep in the snow. I go camping.
Here I have some coats. They are already broken up. I have harvested them a few days ago and stored them because we have a very dry summer. And then immediately there was a lot of raining. The garbage came.
That's how it is. That's marriage.
A lot of raining in one time.
Oh yeah. She's like, let's go camp. We made a camping break one time.
This is what you see here.
I don't think I would go camping, but I need like my own.
And a few minutes ago, I
RV.
This
like
one.
I need something.
That's what she said. She's like, I need an RV to it behind.
I'm not sleeping outside.
And if I sleep outside, I need a good tent.
I have a really good tip.
Not a regular tin, no, I need a good tin where I can have heating inside, or air conditioning in the snow.
The outside
I mean,
leaves. And this is what we do now. And after I have take off the first outside leaves, I go to the good leaves and save them for later. We need them later in the project. You will see why. And then I turn around the coal and the hard stuff inside where the roots coming out, I don't know the English name, you can write it down below in this description. I cut it off. We don't want to eat this. I throw it away, and then the rest I try to cut very long stripes. There exist also tools, also back then in the history, some families have a tool to make it very fast. I do this with hand. That was also typically, and I don't have this tool. And then I collect the garbage that I have cut it down in long stripes. I have collected the garbage in this big bowl, and this is the largest bowl that I own. And because of this, I need to make it step by step. And now it's a really important step. And in the next step, we need to weigh how many garbage we have collected and cut down. And then we need 2% of this amount of weight in salt. And I have already weighed that. In the German amount, it is like, called as 1 kilogram, and this need 20 grams of salt. And I put it above this garbage, and then very important step, and it can take up to 10, 15 minutes to beat and knead anything with the coal to break up the shell, that the juice coming out. This is what I will doing now, and yes, this is the most important step to make it with a lot of patience that the coal is breaked up. The garbage is finished. You see this when they're coming a lot of juice out, and I have used also between this part here. This is a spoon with a big bag, and push them down to push them together and put the juice out. It can also help by the process. And this is the first process for all three recipes that we do today. And the other both I will do exactly the same, but I don't show this again in the other both recipes. I will do this off camera. And yes, now the next step is to go, the next step is sauerkraut. For this, I have this pot. Normally we have in Germany big pots, 10, 15, or it means 2, 3, 4 gallons, 10, 15 liters, really big pots. Also, some people have pots, they is big like a bath tube and bigger, and they produce that for the whole year for the family. But I have only the small one. And with the first recipe, I have decided to make the Saxony recipe, and I have here juniper and caraway. This is 2 herbs, and I put them in. And there's 2 ways to put them in. Some people don't like to eat the seasonings with the sauerkraut. They put them just on the bottom, and this is enough to have a little bit of the taste in the sauerkraut. I make it a little bit different. I put the sauerkraut in, and then step by step, I put the herbs in too, and I have them the whole way up, the herbs, and can eat them with the food. And now we're filling up the cup, and the first step is to make a little bit of the garbage inside, and then I take the back of my spoon and press them down, and every air can go out. Then a little bit of the herbs and new sauerkraut. I make this up to 3/4 of this pot are filled, and then I take one of my garbage leaves, put them on the top under the water, and then I take a stone and put the stone on top to hold the leaf under the water. And the stones I have cooked over fire, that they are all bacteria are died, that I have a clean stone that I put inside. And this is, and now it need to stay for several weeks. The first pot is finished and full, and I have already prepared the garbage for the second pot, and now we go to South Germany before we go to the most interesting sauerkraut recipe from my home region in Germany. we do this recipe because maybe this is the most famous taste of sauerkraut in Germany because Bavaria is very famous for their sauerkraut. And if you have ideas which historical recipe with sauerkraut I should prepare and show on this YouTube channel, write it down below in the comments, and maybe I can find recipe about these regions and how the German have done this back then and show it to you. And for this Bavarian recipe or South German recipe is also Stuttgart, the whole South. They have used cloves, Julibeer, and often pepper. But the problem is today I don't have pepper. I use only Julibeer and cloves. This is also what can happen if you immigrated to the States, you have a farm. Sometimes you don't have all herbs and with you, and I had just forgotten to take them with me. Because of this, I make it without pepper, and maybe later when I do a recipe, I can make pepper on the sauerkraut then too. And now I make the same process like before to put the sauerkraut in and the herbs. I need to show you one thing more, and this is if I push everything under water or under the salt water that is inside, it's important that everything is under. You see the leaf here looking a little bit out of the water. It's important that everything is below the water surface. If not, then this there can go on bacteria, and then the whole sauerkraut will taste good later because they go bad. And because of this, I take everything out while what's reaching up, and it's need a little bit time, but I'm very careful with this that I have a good product when it is finished. The first 2 pots are full, and I'm very excited to test them very soon. But now we're coming to the most interesting recipe from today, and this came or is from my home region, Pfalz, Hessian, something like this. It's not so clear because the borders back then is different than today, and there have it's another video about the borders and the changing of the areas in Germany. But in this region, we use fruits inside of our sauerkraut. And the garbage is prepared, cut short, and I make it soft and the juice coming out. And now we do an apple, and we add an apple inside here before we go to the pot. And then we can mix it together. And for this, I have a modern kitchen tool. Sorry for this. I don't have every historic kitchen tool. There exists historic kitchen tools, but I can go only step by step to buy and use them. But if you want to go or help me to go deeper in the historical methods and tools, then you can help me and support my YouTube channel. The easiest way is to subscribe this YouTube channel. The other way is go to Patreon. You can see the videos a long time before I release them, and also there are behind the scenes videos. And when there are more people come to Patreon, I will make more also behind the scenes videos for you. And you have a direct contact for questions, everything else. Here, check out the link to Patreon. And now I cut the apple and chop them in the garbage. And now I put Julibeers inside again. I love Julibeers and we use them also. And I just put them in here and mix everything together. And what you can do also, don't take an apple, take raisins. This is one thing what we do also sometimes. We use raisins in the sauerkraut. Or another way is white wine. I have only 3 pots left. Because of this, I can't do this with white wine or yes, white wine. And this tastes also amazing to use white wine. Maybe if I have a pot ready or empty very soon, I can make one, but I don't make a own video about this. Just a little bit white wine inside, or raisins, like I have done the apple now inside. And this is a sauerkraut of the region where I'm growing up. The most important information coming on the end, and this is now. You see here the 3 pots with the 3 different recipes. I think this was first or second or third. Maybe I changed this both. I will see this when I open this. But now it is just garbage in the salt water. And this isn't sauerkraut. The process of sauerkraut is what is coming now. And for this is the right storage. And I do this. I have my little German farm here, and I put them on top on one of my places inside, and then I put a little bit of water in this holes up here. And this prevents that no air can go in the jar. And now it's important, I will check it all few days that there is no water coming in, enough water is inside, that no air coming inside. But also I will take off the lid and look inside that no leaf look out of the water, salt water inside, or it is enough salt water inside. It can happen that salt water going down, especially it's very warm. And for this, you need to make salt water again on top. And this is a 2% solution. It means a half liter of water and 10 grams of salt, or 1 liter and 20 grams. And then you can make this mixture with fresh water and put on the water, that the water level rise again in the pot. With everything what is to do, and then it needs 2 to up to 6 weeks. The sauerkraut is finished, and then I will make here other recipes, sauerkraut recipes from the different regions. But this is not the only recipe that I do to take you with me in the 18th century. I make also a lot of other recipes, and one other recipe is this here. Maybe you can go on this video and watch this.